Here we are, eating lunch, getting ready to soon go out and check out Indian Run recreation facility here by Cedarville, Ohio. Looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Gotta eat my lunch first. Ham sandwiches with potato chips on top. Looks good to me. There's my wife. There we are. Indian Mound Reserve, Cedar Cliff Falls. That's where we're at. We're gonna go down and see those falls in a little bit. Here we are. Better not be drinking while you're here. Here we are at Indian Mound Reserve, just outside of Cedarville, Ohio. This is one of the prehistoric Indian mounds that have been in the United States since before the white settlers ever came, and likely before what we consider the native Indians ever were here. Very likely the mounds were actually built by people who were from like Egypt and the like, and they didn't come across the Atlantic Ocean, but they would have been here at the time when all the continents are together, and it would have been easy for them to travel across the land to get here. So anyway, this is the map of the place, and we're getting ready to walk down and look at the falls. Okay, I'm headed down the trail right now. There's the shelter house where we just had our lunch, but we're gonna go down this trail. There's my wife up ahead of me there. And here we go around the traily bush. The traily bush, the traily bush. Anyway, here we go. I'm gonna stop filming for a minute. Absolutely beautiful park down here. You probably can't see it from here in the video, but we can see the falls from where we're standing. We'll be down there very briefly. There she is. That's the falls. We'll get a different look at her here in just a minute. And here we are. I'm going to zoom out from where we're at. There it is. I forget the name of it. The Cedar Creek Falls or something like that. Absolutely beautiful. We're gonna come and look down at the gorge here. Yeah, and there's the gorge going right beneath us. Whoop. And we're gonna come around this way. This is a bridge, leads to the other side. Now we're gonna look this way down the gorge. Indeed. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Here's another view of the falls and the gorge. In a minute, we're going to go over there on the platform and actually look down on the falls where that fellow's standing up there. Yep. Don't mind me being out of breath. I'm way out of shape right now. Hopefully that'll be getting better soon. And here we are, folks. We're at the fall. Absolutely gorgeous area. Yep. Just right off the road too. I'm waiting. They say there's a rainbow shows up when the sun hits it just right. And I'm not seeing it just yet. And right down below us is some goldenrod. Let's get some goldenrod in there with the waterfall. What do you think of that, folks? All right. Look, the falls are in a cage. They can't get out. We must free the falls. All right, folks. There's the falls again. And there's the walking trail right along there on the other side. Don't know whether we're going to come down there or not, but there it is. And there's the gorge. Yep. Let's look back at the gorge where we was at a while ago. Right over there on that bridge is where we were at a while ago. Gonna zoom in on it here. Yep, we were on that bridge looking this way just a few minutes ago. Absolutely beautiful down here. Look at that, look at that. Here's yet a different shot of the area. You can see here what used to be probably an old, I don't know whether it's a bridges or place where you can look out, an observation deck. I don't know what that used to be, but been a long time since whatever those structures are right there in front of us. Been a long time since they were in use. But there we are. There we go. What I read, this cabin was pre-1845, maybe as early as 1818. By what I read, they wasn't sure whether it was built on this location or if it was removed log from yet a different location and brought here. We'll walk from the back to the front and have a look at it. And here we go. Log cabin from the mid-1800s. Must have been a pretty good sized family. Double story like that. Must have had some money. Anyway, there we go. And there's the entranceway to the road, to the area by the cabin. Down the way we'll go to the trail to the Indian Mound. Here's another beautiful scene as we're starting out on our trail to the Indian Mound. Absolutely beautiful looking down the river here. This is the river that came through the gorge that was doing the falls a while ago. Right here it looks peaceful and serene. Don't know. Beautiful house on the way to the mound. A wetland, or swamp area anyway, on the forest floor. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that, how beautiful and lush that is. Absolutely beautiful. The trail we've come from and the trail ahead. Pretty flowers on the way. And back on the other side of that log is the resting spot I found. I need to rest a lot going up this hill. Let me turn and show you. Wife's on her way up the hill. Way up there beyond that somewhere is that Indian Mound. There's a sign telling about the Indian Mound. I would read it to you, but I'm out of breath. So I will stop here for a minute. And if you want to pause the video, you can read it. Or maybe in a minute, after I've got home and had the time, I will do a voiceover and read this to you. Either way, this is the information about the Indian Mound that we're just about to see. And there, my friends, is the Indian Mound that I just showed you a sign about. And there's my wife taking a picture. You can't see it from here very well, but that is a very steep and tall stairway, and I'm breathing hard, but I will eventually be on top of it. And here is a stone commemorating this. Can't hardly read it because of all the green. I will read it though later. Okay folks, there we are. I'm standing at the base looking at the tippy top of this monstrosity. For most of you watching, this would just be a hop, skip, and a jump to the top of that. But I've gotten out of shape over the last few months, and I need to get back in shape because my little brother wants me to go hiking with him again. And I'm an old man at 57. This, my friends, is the top of the Indian Mound by Cedarville, Ohio. The one that I just climbed like a valiant mountain man. I'm going in full circle, and you're gonna see all around. I'm gonna walk a little closer to the edge so you can look down from where I'm looking. Now, they want us to believe that this was something that the American Indians that were here soon before Columbus came built, or maybe 1,000 years before. But the reality is that it's very likely that this mound and the many others that were in this area when the settlers came, and indeed when the current Indians were here when the settlers came, this mountain was built likely by people that might have even come from Egypt and places like that, because this would have been built in a time when the continents were still together, since we do live on a young earth, and it's only a few thousand years old, not millions. And based on that, the continents would have been all together, and all the people from, say, Egypt and other countries could have come over here and built these pyramid-like structures. And indeed, giant skeletons have been found in these structures, much like what Goliath has been described as and his brothers. Yes, indeed, it is likely that the giant mounds of the Americas were built by giants. Yes, indeed. Check it out. I know you won't believe it, but this is a beautiful place to visit either way. No one disputes that these mounds are of historical importance and need to be preserved and maybe excavated through ground-penetrating sonar someday to see just what really is in them. Anyway, this has been the Indian Mound at Cedarville, Ohio. This is the Indian Mound from down below. You still really can't see too much how steep it is, even from this viewpoint. But I wanted you to look at the stairs. They're not all that steep, but for somebody out of shape, it's quite a climb. On top of the half-mile, I walked uphill both ways through mud and snow and hurricanes and tornadoes to get here. But other than that, this is absolutely beautiful back here. No wonder they built a mound in this beautiful place. Looking at the trail back, the good news is a lot of this trail is downhill. Yay! Just hope I don't slip and slide on the stones and roll down that hill. We'll see when we get there. Along the path on the way back from the Indian Mound. What a beautiful sight. What a beautiful sight.